Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? It's Friday. So, let me just make sure I have this on. So, how's everybody doing today? It is Friday. So, we're just going to hopefully get this camera lined up. Let me just move this. Okay, so today what we're going to do, or this morning what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is show you how to make this great Eclipse card. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And I thought this was really cute. The saying is great. I will tell you, this set is retiring. So let me bring that in. It is so many shells. It's a great set, especially if you're living at the beach. And let's just say I'd like to be at the beach right now. Anyway, so this set is retiring, and you want to get your hands on it now. Okay. Also retiring is this color, which is the Marina Mist. So let me show you how this is done, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of Whisper White, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And normally you could use the Stamparatus, but because I'm going to be stamping sporadically all over, I don't want to use that. So for the background, and underneath, because these are the polymer stamps, you can see through them. If you can see through them, you want to use your mat. I always cover it up so I don't get ink on it. And I'm just going to, this is double stamping. Don't worry about that you're missing parts because you're going to stamp right over that. Okay, so the bolder stamp gets done in the lighter color, and the more intricate stamp gets done in the darker color. So I'm just going to put some of the larger ones over here. This is also Soft Sky, which is retiring. So when you tune in, just give me a shout out where you're from. I'd love to see where everybody's from. And then the darker one, which is, again, Marina Mist, that also is retiring. I'm going to go right over the same place that I stamped. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is the great thing about two-step stamping. Stamp right back in there, light and dark. And then just pull it up here. Okay. That one's done. Then I'm going to grab a couple of others here. These two colors are also retiring. And this is Wisteria Wonder. So get these while you can, okay? Once they run out, that's it. I'm just going to... I think I might have done that one. Nope, I didn't. And we'll put a couple in here. I know there's no purple shells, but you never know. You never know what you're going to find at the beach. And then these little notches right here, just so you know, are so you can line the stamps up if you're not using the Stamparatus. Again, with two-step stamping, I don't really worry too much about that, as you can tell, because it makes a great, great card anyway. Then I'm going to bring in the Pink Pirouette and the Sweet Sugar Plum, which is also retiring. Stamp on that. Let me just see what we're doing here. Give me one moment. Just want to see how we're doing. Okay. So we're going to stamp here, stamp here, stamp here. I'll throw one more in there. And as you can see, I'm throwing it, or stamping it. I shouldn't say throwing it. I'm stamping it on top of other stamps, okay? That's the beauty, again, of two-step stamping. Sometimes you don't even have to re-ink it, and you'll still get a nice effect there, light and dark. Okay, so that's the first part of it. I'm going to just close up some of these ink pads so I don't get my hand in it. And then I'm going to bring in the Big Shot. I'm going to show you how easy this is to use. I should have had my Big Shot in front of me, but of course I didn't. What can I tell you? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so move this out of the way. Bring in the Big Shot. This is always tricky for me doing this live, so. All right. I'm going to take that piece of cardstock. I'm going to lay it this way. And I'm going to take the words hug. These are the large letter dies. They are still available, and they are in the new catalog. However, the numbers, the large, and you could do this with numbers, which are great. Matter of fact, I have to do a couple of graduation cards with the numbers. The numbers are I think the numbers are going away. Apologize. I'm not even sure anymore. There's so much going on. The numbers are retiring. The letters are not. So I'm just putting that right across there. Hugs. And I'm just going to run it through the Big Shot. Now this is tricky for me because I'm doing it backwards. Whoop, move the camera for online purposes. And then we take it away. And I'm just going to lift this up. Move this out. So I'm glad everybody tuned in with me this morning. I know it's one of those dreary days, but at least it's warm. Bring this back in. Okay. Oh, and I just wanted to remind you that I get my new pre-order today at around 4:30. That's when it should be here. Yes, I 2-day aired mine. So I will be doing an unboxing at 7 o'clock tonight. So 7 p.m. tonight, tune in with me, and you'll see all the new goodies that I'm getting. Okay, so this is the negative side. And you could actually, let me just show you what you could actually do, which would make a great card too. I'll get my bone folder. I was showing one of the guys that bone folder last night. You could actually put this on top of a base right here. Hugs is a little crooked this time, but that's okay. And make that into a card. But for the Eclipse card, we're just going to pop those letters out. Checking on one thing here. Just bear with me one moment. Okay. All right. So we'll move those out of the way. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get my snail. Snail that down, and then I'm going to get my silicone pad, and I'm just going to, in between, put some snail, because I don't want the letters popping up, in, especially the right there, and right there. And just be careful you don't rip it, just a little bit to keep it down. Move that out of the way. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Okay, don't forget to drop a line. Tell me where you're from. Okay, so I'm going to line that up. And again, it's kind of hard for me looking at the angle that I'm looking at, but you get the idea. So I have that down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my dimensional strips, which are great. I just pull off a whole strip and start adding that to it. Okay. Doesn't really take that long, and I am going to try to do this quickly because I know some people have to get to work like me. Again, don't forget to tune back in at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight when I open up my new box of goodies. Okay, so. Good morning, Lisa. Yes, definitely get that coffee. I got mine right behind me. I don't dare put it on the table. My hand's flying all over the place. It would be definitely all over my card. Okay, so there's the H. I'm just going to go ahead and put all my dimensionals on here first before I layer it. And you don't have to put it all the way around, just enough to keep the letters where you want them and also not to show. These strips are so wonderful. They're great for shaker cards, too. Remember when we used to have to do the shaker cards with, like, I forgot what we even used half the time. And I'm going to use little mini dimensionals on the S. Oh, we don't need this, so let's get that out of the way. Where'd my S go? G, I mean. Sorry. All right, so let's put him there. All right, so just for time's sake, I'm just going to put that on there. I'm just going to leave it. But you would put a little bit more than what I've got on there, okay? Put a couple more mini dimensionals, which are right here. Sometimes they work better in the little, can you see that right there? We'll put one on the S just to keep that down. So you get the general idea, okay? Again, for time's sake, I'm just going to put what I have on here. But you can add as much as you want. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go right back in there and put that letters right back in. And you see they pop out. I love these cards. We're going to be doing these on my class this weekend. Yes, by the way, if you're signed up for my Monday class, I did have to postpone that. Well, I should say reschedule that due to a death in the family. So please check back with me today. I'm working on another date this week. Also, don't forget Facebook Friday next Friday, because that will be my last one for like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, not for. For 2 weeks, I'll be going to Sicily. So I don't know that I can broadcast stamping over in Sicily, although I would try if I could. So Facebook Friday next week, and also tonight I'll be doing the unboxing of my new product. Okay, so in here, just putting that S right back in there. There you have the card. Looks great, doesn't it? Okay, then the shimmery ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and just tie some shimmery ribbon in here. There's a couple ways you could do the ribbon. You can put it all the way through the card like I'm doing. See how I'm doing that? And I'm going to show you another way if you want to save ribbon. Show you the second way. I do that at classes just to save ribbon. Not that I'm cheap, but because when I'm doing a class, you know, I have a lot of girls here and I don't want to run out. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. Okay, so I'm just going to snip that off. Snip that off. Don't forget to check out my YouTube videos at Stampersdelight.com on YouTube. Okay, so there's the front of the card. Now for the inside, and this looked great to me. I thought this went really good. The sentiment hugs, and then for inside, I put, let me bring the set back in. Life is full of healing and people who are there to help you find it. I thought that's a great card to give somebody that's going through a rough time, maybe that lost somebody, whatever reason. Okay, so let me show you how I decorated the inside. So I took the darker colors, but I tapped them off, okay? So these are the more intricate stamps, but I didn't want to layer them. So I just, I got that in the camera. So I just did the intricate, I didn't do the two-step stamping. I just took the darker colors and just did it like an outline type thing. Okay, and I'm just going to use this shell. And again, I just want to make sure you can see them. Yes, you can. Okay. And I just did that for the inside of the card. And you can also, what I like to do is decorate my envelope. Okay, and then the saying, I'm going to put in also the blue. Of course, now I can't figure out where I put that. Isn't that terrible? Okay, got so much stuff on here. Okay, so again, this is a great card for somebody that's, you know, needs a little TLC for whatever reason. And again, I know what I'm going to use this card for. That's why I'm putting the sentiment in it. A lot of times I leave them blank, because I think it makes it more personal when you know who you're giving it to. Okay, and then I'm just layering that on the inside. So that would be my card. Okay. And again, this is the one I did last night. Let me just put it. And here's what I was saying. Okay, so you see I wrapped that one all the way around using more ribbon. If I was doing this in a class, I would wrap it around the white only and only go halfway and then tie that. So this way it would save a little more ribbon. And that's what I do for classes so that I don't run out. So again, this is the So Many Shells, and that is retiring. So if you don't have a demonstrator, just go to Stampersdelight.com, contact me to order your set today, or Stampersdelight.stampinup.net and order online from me, okay? If you don't have a demonstrator and you need to reserve a new catalog, which by the way, mine should be here today, drop me a line, let me know. Check back with me at 7 p.m. tonight, and I'm going to be unveiling my product. Now I have a couple more samples to show you before we all have to get off to work. This is another one that I did last night with our new designer series paper, and hopefully you can see the shimmer in that because I needed another mom card. So this says mom, hopefully you can see. And then I used the metallic ribbon, tied it in a bow. I used tear tape on the bow, and it stuck it down pretty good. And then from the little embellishment kit from the new catalog, which, by the way, you can get in the Share What You Love bundle, which is available to customers now. You get all kinds of little goodies in there, and you can get, I believe it's this paper too. I had it all out here if you tuned in on Tuesday, and I will show it again tonight. But that has the little flower, and I put the little flower on there. And then, of course, what I did with an extra strip of that paper is I put it on the side there. You could also, yes, I do love this paper, Kathleen. You could also put a strip down here. I save my little strips and decorate the inside sometimes, or even my envelope. Just make an envelope liner with your envelope maker. Okay. I just like to add a little more. I took all the time, sometimes not so much time, but don't tell anybody. To make the card, I like to make the envelope just as nice. And then the next sample I have for you on the Eclipse card, and by the way, if I didn't say it, these are called Eclipse cards. You can also do them with numbers. People forget about our Memories and More cards. Okay, they come like this. This one is the Petal Garden in the catalog now. Okay, you can use these for cards, not just scrapbooking. And Stampin' Up! Came out in the new catalog with envelopes for the little 3x5 cards. I think they're 3x5s, but the small cards and the larger cards, they came out with envelopes for these so that you can make cards. What we've been doing is cutting down the larger Memories and More card and making it into a card. So what I did last night was I took the larger Memories and More card, and I obviously cut out the words love, and then the O and the E you can actually flip so that you have the other side of the designer series paper shows up. So it gave it kind of a different effect. Then also you get these little stickers, and I just decorated it with the stickers and some of the new artisan pearls. So and shimmery papers back there. Again, this is the Sweet Sugar Plum, which is also retiring. You want to get your hands on that. Love, love, love this color. Gonna miss it, but I got my stash. So there's a couple of ideas that you can do with the Memories and More pack. Don't forget those. Don't overlook those. You can make so many cards with one pack. And then on the inside of that, what I did, I did it this way. Again, I put another sticker there, and you see I didn't stamp anything because I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for yet. Maybe I'll hold it till Valentine's Day next year. Probably not. A wedding card, or just to give somebody a little love when they need it. But again, Memories and More kit. So bringing up the Memories and More kit, because it is great for scrapbooking, and some of you probably did see this on my blog or on Facebook. This is our detailed designer series paper from the new catalog back there. And then this is the Petals and More, Petal Palette, designer Memories and More kit from this catalog, which I believe you can still get. And I did this scrapbook page. I've had this picture forever of my mom. She couldn't really remember. She said she was about 8 or 9 years old, so it's around 1940. and her aunt, my great aunt, Aunt Annie. And I wanted to do something special with it. And when I saw this this black and white, I knew this was perfect. Of course, back in the day, it wasn't really black and white, was it? It was more like a brown. But I just love this paper. And then, of course, the scrapbook page. And again, it took me all of like maybe 5 minutes to do this. And the hardest part, which I would say is not really hard, is to get this to lay down. So how did I get that to lay down? Our detailed glue. Don't forget our detailed glue. Okay, because that is what we want to use for these detailed images. Just put a little glue in a couple little spots and always close it up as soon as you open it up, because it does dry fast. Okay, and I'll do that as soon as there we go. Just tie that back up. Okay, and that's what I did, and then I just trimmed it off. So again, don't forget the Memories and More cards. They make great cards. I hope you liked, let me bring these back in. I hope you like the Eclipse cards that I did today. On next Friday, I'll be doing the Impossible card. And again, that'll be my last video for 2 weeks, because I will be in Sicily unless I can do a video on Facebook of me in Sicily. So check back with me tonight at 7 p.m. so I can open my box of goodies and show you everything that I got in the new catalog. I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I can show you everything that I got. So have a great day. See you tonight, and happy stamping. Bye. Don't forget to leave your comments. Bye.